Yeah, I thought our defense was really, really good until maybe after the maybe 15-minute mark. But you got to make some baskets. There's a reason why they have that scoreboard up there. It keeps track of points. And we had a lot of good looks. Memphis is a very, very physical, talented team. I mean, obviously, that's in terms of just talent. It's the most talented team we've played this year. Now, we know SMU and Cincinnati, Connecticut, Memphis are four best teams in this league. And the team we have right now, the biggest disparity is the size, the physicalness. There's nobody played harder than J.C. Washington. JC's 6'4.5", battling 6'10" guys. He did the best he could. I'm proud of JC. He's 6'4.5". Those guys are 6'10". Devontae's 6'7", 190 pounds. They struggle with that. Chicken. I know Chicken played one of his best games so far. His numbers won't show it, but he has 7 defensive boards. The fact that that team, we held that team to 43%. Had we not played good defense, especially over the first 25, 27 minutes of the game, that could have got ugly. But our defensive rebounding was good. We have certain lineups that we play that, we tend to break down with, but, when I figure out how to solve that problem, I will. But for the most part, I thought we battled, hung in there. This team doesn't give up a lot of three-point shot attempts because they don't help off the drivers. For instance, you saw LJ getting into the paint. Usually LJ kicks out when he drives. Well, today he had to finish. He got his shot blocked because they stay attached to our shooters. And that's where that ball's got to get on the rim, and that's where we've got to do a better job of offensive rebounding. Now, we shot 33%. It's not very good, obviously. Missed a lot of shots. But the thing I'm most disappointed in is we, of all the things tonight, not disappointed in the, always disappointed when we lose, but I'm more disappointed the fact that of all the shots we missed tonight, we only had 3 second chance points. That's unacceptable. But this team has great length, great size, and great depth inside. They've got about 4 or 5 power forwards and centers. We don't have any. We don't have any power forwards, and we don't have any centers. And they've got about 5 of them. Now, I'd like to trade them. Of course, they may not want to trade with us. But this team, the one thing that is our kryptonite is what teams like this have, and that's their length and their size inside. Just compete harder. There's nothing in our game that's overly complicated, and I never analyze it. It's a real simple game. Has been for. I was a grad assistant when I was 23 years old, and that was about 36 years ago. I said it then, I'll say it today. Just compete. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I heard you mention to Kellen and Coach Kellen that he had gotten too excited. I was just wondering what you mean.
I don't recall saying that. Too excited? You sure I didn't say another word? Excited? I don't remember that.
Coach, how important is it to be playing the best basketball come February, come the time where you're trying to turn in postseason play?
Yeah, in a normal year, really important. But I'm not worried about that this year. It's a good question, and a lot of years that's been a big focus. But my biggest concern is, and I've said this from day one. We're not Memphis, we're not SMU, we're not Cincinnati, we're not. Who am I leaving out? Connecticut, Temple. We're trying to establish a a foundation and culture. Like we had great practices this week. I mean, really our best practice. That's why today was a little bit disappointing that we didn't play better. Because Devontae was really good this week. Chicken was really good. LJ, LeRon, J-Rod, we're all really good. You know, we're obviously we have weaknesses. They're apparent. You know, we don't have very much depth. We don't have very much size. You know, we don't have. There's a reason why we're shooting below 40%. You know, we have to overcompensate for those things with the things I want to carry forward this program. I mean, we're going to get size in here. We're going to recruit. I mean, going forward, we're going to flip this thing around. We're going to be good one day. But this year, I'm not worried about how we're playing in February. I'm not worrying about anybody's tournament. I'm more worried about when this season's over and we go into next season, having developed the culture, our foundation, which is going to be how hard we play. And I may have to change the lineup 4 or 5 more times going forward. And that's more important to me right now than how we're playing in March.
Coach, I talked to some fans. We're doing kind of a fan piece, and they believe you are the guy this program needs, that you have the intelligence, that you have the game this program needs to get back to an elite level. What does that mean that these people have the confidence they do in you?
Well, I would think that's why they hired me. So I think that starts with Mac and President Couture. But now's not the time to evaluate that or even ask them that question as far as I'm concerned. You know, this program has not won an NCAA tournament game in 30 years. That's what we're dealing with here. So we have a long way to go, But that's why I took this program over. You know, I wanted this challenge. You know, I don't base anything on what we've done on the last 4 months, 3 months. You're talking about 30 years haven't won a tournament game. We're sitting here worrying about what we've done since November. Really? I don't care about that. What I care about is getting those kids to understand what it's going to take. I've taken teams to Final Fours, Elite Eight, Sweet 16s, won a bunch of Big 12 champions, all that stuff. But it was done with a foundation. It was done with a culture. You know, and it's also done with multiple recruiting classes. So that will come as we move forward. But for right now, today, I've got to get these kids playing harder, get them tougher, get them doing little things better. You know, and that just takes time. It doesn't work overnight. There's a thing in the San Antonio Spurs practice facility, their development center. It talks about the stone cutter hitting the wall. And in the 101st time, the wall broke. And it wasn't that blow that made the wall break. It was all those that came before. And that's the process we're under right now. We're hitting that wall every day. It hasn't broke yet, but we're going to keep hitting it.
Got time for one more question. Okay. Coach, you mentioned JC earlier. Just talk about the energy he brought that first half. I mean,
Yeah.
You were down 11-3. He comes in.
Yeah,
quick pass.
Yeah, absolutely. I was proud of him. I didn't think Devontae was I was getting the effort I wanted. So I said, JC, go in there and give us energy. He went in there and gave us great energy. You're talking about this kid last year was playing in high school at Yates High School, and here he is playing against one of the biggest front lines in the American Athletic Conference. He's 6'4.5". Those guys are 6'10". Look what he did. It just shows you what you can do with effort, and that's what we're going to build this program on, and that's going to be our calling card going forward. And from here to the end of the season, I'm going to play the kids that's going to play hard. And that's it. I have no obligation to anybody. Nobody. My obligation is to this program. Program comes first.